The Nephilim. Genesis tells us, almost in passing, that there were giants on the earth in those days. 4 verses, then silence. But an older text dares to tell us what these giants were, where they came from, and what they did before God resolved to wash it all away. Genesis chapter 6 opens just before the story of Noah. We are told the sons of God saw the daughters of men were beautiful, and took as wives whichever they chose. A single sentence, delivered without alarm. Yet within it is one of the most debated lines in all of Scripture. Who exactly were these sons of God? To some, the phrase means the righteous line of Seth. But to the older traditions, the sons of God were something far stranger. Angelic beings, heavenly watchers, who looked upon mortal women and desired them. And from this crossing of heaven and earth, the Nephilim were born. Genesis gives the name almost reluctantly. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, the mighty men of old, the men of renown. And that is nearly all Genesis will say, as though the author assumes we already know them. Yet the very next verse tells us God saw the wickedness of man was great, and was sorry he had made them. The placement is no accident. The giants appear, and immediately afterward, God decides to destroy the world. So what does that word mean, Nephilim? Some trace it to a root, meaning to fall, the fallen ones, fitting for the offspring of fallen angels. Others read it as those who cause others to fall. Whatever they were not meant to be here. If Genesis is silent, the Book of Enoch is anything but. This ancient Jewish work takes the same verses and blows them wide open. The sons of God, it tells us, were angels known as the Watchers, 200 of them, tasked with observing mankind, but forbidden from ever interfering. They were meant to watch, nothing more. But the desire that grew within them was more than they could bear. Their leader, Samyaza, understood the gravity of what they considered. He warned them, but the others wore him down, and together they swore an oath to share the blame. And so, 200 angels descended, took mortal women as wives, and did the one thing they were created never to do. And the Watchers did not merely father children, they taught. They divulged the forbidden knowledge of heaven, sorcery, enchantments, the reading of the stars. One Watcher, Azazel, taught men to forge swords and the instruments of war. The world was being corrupted from 2 directions at once, through the blood of the giants and the knowledge of the angels. And the giants themselves were a horror, growing to enormous size, their appetites growing with them. They consumed everything mankind had labored to produce, until nothing was left. And when the food ran out, they turned upon the very people who birthed them. They began to devour men, and when they tired even of that, they began to devour one another. Picture the world as it stood, a planet groaning under creatures it was never designed to hold. Little wonder God was sorry he had made it. The boundary between heaven and earth had broken, and through that breach had poured something that could not remain. The archangels finally raised the alarm. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel saw the slaughter below and brought it before God. His judgment was total. He warned a man named Noah of a coming flood. He commanded Azazel be bound and cast into darkness. He sent Gabriel against the giants to set them against one another. And he sent Michael to the Watchers to tell them they would witness their own children's deaths before being bound beneath the earth. And this is the detail that reframes everything. We are taught God sent the waters to punish a sinful mankind. But read alongside Enoch, the flood takes on a darker purpose. It was a cleansing, a way to drown the Nephilim and erase the corruption the Watchers unleashed. The flood was not merely justice, it was containment. But here is the question these texts can never put to rest. If the flood was meant to wipe out the Nephilim, why does Genesis say they were on the earth in those days, and also afterward? That single word has troubled readers for thousands of years, for it suggests the giants did not vanish with the waters. And indeed, when Moses later sends spies into Canaan, they return in terror. There we saw the Nephilim, they say, and we seem to ourselves like grasshoppers, giants once more, walking the earth. The implication is unmistakable. The Nephilim, in some form, endured. The Nephilim are the giants the Bible would rather mention only in passing, and yet their shadow falls across the entire flood. They are the reason, some would argue, that the waters came at all. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments. Do you believe the Nephilim survived the flood? Until next time.